Hey, you guys. Welcome to the chat, you guys. Happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. What is going on? You guys, I just came off an a- incredible live. It was Life with Marlene. So shout out to her and her channel. If she's a Florida vlogger. If you haven't heard of her or seen anything on her channel, go check her out. Her live was really great. So yeah, Life with Marlene, go check her out, y'all. She's actually, I like to see her videos where she shows, the different areas of Florida. I think she's a part of Florida that I haven't been to, so I like to watch to see, get a little nostalgia, from not being in Florida right now. But yes, you guys, how are you? How is your Saturday going? Happy, I think it's like morning for most of you guys. So good Saturday morning, okay? You guys, I wanted to talk today. Like, first of all, have you guys been loving the lives? Like, let me know. How have you guys been loving the lives, the back to back? You guys, my kids come home today, okay? My oldest two that are away, they're away with school. They're coming home today. Daddy went to go pick them up. As a matter of fact, he's waiting at the school right now for the bus to arrive with my kids. So our household will be whole again, okay? By the grace of God. But yes, you guys, that made me very happy. Today, you guys, as you know, like I was having issues. I had a whole little trip situation happen. So I did not because of that, my ankle, was a little swollen and, I didn't get to go, to, I did not get to fulfill the plans that I had set for today for myself and the kids because, I stay off my feet, off my foot rather. But that's okay, it is what it is. I did not, get too down about it. I just, kept it pushing. What can I do? It's nothing I could have done with, done about that. But yes, you guys. So how is everything? How is your Saturday going? Do you guys have big plans for this weekend? You guys, I want to hi, welcome to the live. Say hello. Feel free to come on in and say hi to me. I wanted to talk to you guys about something we kind of touched base on a little bit yesterday on yesterday's live, which is basically what you are choosing. Like what are you choosing and what are you changing? Because what you decide to choose, what you're not changing is basically what you're choosing. You know what I mean? And I wanted to tap in on that because I feel like that's something that a lot of us don't really focus on too much because it takes intentional work to change things, to change things about ourselves, about our lifestyles, about, you know, our day-to-day, routines. If you are not changing it, you are choosing it, you guys. So what are some of the things that you feel like you've been, nonchalantly choosing? Is it that you are day in and day out, smoking cigarettes, and you well know in 2025, you well know that that's not healthy for you. That's not healthy. That's not a healthy lifestyle. You've been wanting to change it, but have you been actively going after changing those things? Whether it's your bad attitude, are you trying to figure out why you have such a bad attitude? Are you changing that about yourself? Because really, truly, guys, like this subject is definitely on. Thanks for the like. It's definitely something to do with us personally, right? Because if we're not changing it, we're choosing it, right? But we can't change no one else. We can't change no one else, no, not their behaviors, not their actions. We can't change anyone. We can suggest, we can suggest and all the things we want to do until we're blue in the face. But really and truly, the only things that we can change is ourselves and our circumstances and what we want to accomplish and what we want to do and how we want to be perceived in the world. So what have you been doing this week? What have Just think about it for the day. Like, what did you do today that really and truly deep down is something that you need to change? Because if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. So what have you been choosing? What have you been choosing? Have you been choosing toxic friendships? Have you been choosing toxic shows to watch, the things that we consume. Guys, I talked about that yesterday for a little bit too. The things we consume, you guys, the things we consume, is so, it can be detrimental to our growth. Okay. So I definitely am encouraging you all to just be mindful of the things that you consume on, on television, on YouTube, all the things. Because if you are just going along with the flow, before you know it, you're gonna start behaving in those same kind of mannerisms. Y'all, when I used to watch not Desperate Housewives, I love Desperate Housewives. When I used to watch, the Housewives, the Housewives of Atlanta, and all those things or whatever, right? Eventually, you guys, that became my demeanor. That became how I interacted. All the however they spoke, and other things. What we consume, you guys, it's what they say. What they say, what we eat. Yeah, I'm always getting these little sayings incorrectly, but you guys understand what I'm talking about. You are what you eat. Same thing with, the world, the consumption of the world, what you're reading, what you're watching, what you are engaging in, the people you surround yourself with. Eventually that becomes part of you. I have a really good friend of mine, and she's an amazing friend. But that girl, she can curse like the like a sailor if she wants to. She's doing better. She's slowly but surely, trying to amend it. But she claims that's her. And I tell her all the time, that's not you. That's just what you choose to be, and it's the truth. We don't come out the womb like, bam, stamped on, okay, she's going to be a talking sailor. Bam, she's going to be one who's always into drama. You know what I mean? That's where we were born with a clean slate. I don't know where we came from, you know what I mean? There's a whole lot of theories out there. But when we landed here, came out of my mom's womb, clean slate, you guys, clean slate. So whatever you are consuming, whatever you are choosing for yourself, it's you doing the choosing. It's you. You have the power to change it. You have the power to change your life for the better. Oops. You have the power to change your life for the better, you guys. You have the power to do so many incredible things. But because you decide to stay stagnant and to stay in the realm of whatever are going through, whatever is toxic, whether, and some, guys, it doesn't have to be toxic behaviors. It can just be as simple as you're not doing something, like, let's say, you're not affirming yourself enough, or you are not, you've lost weight, but you are not wearing clothes their size. You're still walking around here frumpy, grumpy in these big, too big clothes for yourself, and that obviously, when you look in the mirror, it's gonna make you feel some type of way. Change it. Get a little bit of coin together, change it. Take the same clothes you got and go to a seamstress. Reduce the, there's so many ways to go, about change, you guys. Change is not a one size fits all cookie cutter thing. It really isn't. It really is not, whatever you just, that's why when it comes to cigarettes, there's patches, there's hypnotherapy, there's all types of things we can do to change. So if you're not changing it, nobody wants to hear the complaints. Nobody wants to hear the complaints because you're choosing to be that way. You're choosing to do that thing. You are, and I'm not speaking on, things that we are addicted to, or things that we have a mental issue with. Those type of things need the proper professionals, you know, to help you manage and help you, do better for yourself. But besides that, you guys, we have the power. We are the power within ourselves to do what we need to do for ourselves. What you are not changing, you are choosing. If you are eating unhealthy, if you are, not sleeping enough, and and you always tired, like, and some people would say that's me, but I'm not ever tired. I'm not tired like that, because I am a night owl. I can stay up as late as I want, and still get up in the time that I need to get up, with an alarm. But not everybody's like that. But some people are still stuck in staying up late, all types of hours of the night, and then having struggling the next morning. What you are not changing, you guys, you are choosing. So what are some of the things, you guys? Like, hi there, say hello, feel free to come in into chat. What are some of the things that you guys are deciding to do with yourselves, but you want to change it, you want to do better? And this is not just a talk that we should be having New Year's Eve, whatever. I know it's a very annual type of feel to it, but it really shouldn't be, you guys, because that's every day there are things that we should be learning about ourselves. We have spoken, and that we should be doing things on a regular basis to learn about ourselves. And if you're not doing that, how will you know what changes need to be had? There are some things that need to be changed that are very obvious. You know, Obviously unhealthy habits like smoking cigarettes, drinking too much excessively, all those things are kind of obvious things, right? And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not obvious because you are in it. Once you're outside looking in, then it's a little bit more. But some of us, we don't like to take criticism from others. So if you are that type of person, you have to be intentional about learning more about yourself. If you don't like outside criticisms or outside help, you have to be more intentional about learning yourself, learning who you are as a person, doing things to increase your skills, your abilities, learning a new hobby, figuring out different things to learn more about yourself. Are you a patient person? Are you a good friend? All the things. If you are not one who likes other people telling you about yourself, do more to learn about yourself. Okay. And in that way, you are able to change the things that you are constantly choosing, constantly choosing, just out of sheer, just, nonchalantly living in this world. Like, don't do that to yourself. You have so much more to give to yourself. You know what I mean? And if you're just out here just breathing and that's it, like, what good does that do you? That doesn't do you any good. We all can breathe. We're all here. You know, if you want to do more with yourself, you want to, find out more about yourself, do so. Do so. In every situation, learn something from that situation about yourself so that you're able to make educated, you know, educated moves and educated guesses and educated um, changes to yourself and to your life and to the things that you want to, to be able to accomplish things. You know, I I feel like a lot of us sometimes we get into the regular day to day things, and we just get so caught up, with our 9 to 5s, with our families, with our friends, with every all the regular things, like day to day things, and that we're not taking the time to grow ourselves. We're not taking the time to learn more about ourselves, and yet and still we are doing so much harm to ourselves because we lack knowledge of ourselves. So much harm to yourselves. And you guys, that is not a good place to be. That is not a good place to be, you guys. I For a long time I was basically living in this world full of grief and turmoil, and I was choosing I was choosing the reckless life that I was living. Okay. Because that's basically, I told myself that was all I could, you know, do to survive, in the here and now of it. And that was truly not the case. And when I finally made the decision to, okay, get up, stop being this, stop acting this way, it didn't instantly change me, of course, but it definitely opened the doors and the windows and everything to a little bit more clarity, to be able to see the light, to be able to move towards the light of change. You know, Change isn't easy, you guys. Change is never easy. Nobody likes change. And you guys, I moved out here with my whole family to Tanzania, from the West, and I'm grateful for it. But at the same time, it's like that's a big change. That's a big change, and was not always easy. It's still not always easy. You tend to miss your peoples, your friends, your loved ones, your familiar snacks, your you know what I mean, your comforts. But if I think about all the things that I've gained from this change, because I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't change that for the world. Like, I feel like it's been such an eye opener for me to be out here for the amount of time I've been out here so far. And every year it's a little bit different. Every year I learn a little bit more, a little bit, different things. But it was a choice. It definitely was a choice. It was a choice to come out here. Nobody was forcing us. It was a choice to, either because you know what, like when you're out here in the Tanzania, you guys, when you're out anywhere in the world and it's not familiar to yourself, that's a big change. And change is never one, one size fits all. It's never happy all the time. It's never, it's not a great ride all the time. There's been times we've been here and it's like, should we move back? And granted, it's a fleeting thought. It's a fleeting thought, and hubby is, he's not for moving back whatsoever. And at this point, I'm definitely not whatsoever either. But at the same time, there are struggles living in some place you don't know anyone. You don't know the laws, you don't know the people, and you're learning everything step by step by step, day by day. It's not easy. It is not easy, and but the benefits, what I mean? After you get through the hurdles, and um, you choose to not ignore, but you choose to just deal with the negative parts the best way you can. You choose to just you learn to love certain things and certain aspects of it, and you keep it going. You keep going forward. You know, eventually you start to see the fruits of your labor, and change is labor. Change is labor, you guys. And change is not doesn't have to be so big and grand as far as like moving out to a different part of the world. But what have you done today? What have you done today that you what did you choose today that was is something that you need to change? Did you feed yourself? Sometimes us women, men too, but we get into this rat race within ourselves, within our households, and sometimes we forget to nourish ourselves, we forget to eat. Did you do that? Did you choose not to nourish yourself today? Did you choose not to work out when you planned to work out? Um, did you choose to feed yourself a bunch of negativity? Did you hang out with that friend that you know you shouldn't have hung out with because it's always a bunch of BS? You know what I mean? What are you choosing that you know needs to change? What are you choosing that you know needs to change in yourself, and because we cannot change others, right? So that friend that is full of BS, that's always bringing on some drama, you can't change that. You can't change her, him. You can't change that. You have to be the one to change. Okay, either you ghost them or cut it off, whatever you gotta do, or just some friends that are like that, you guys, it's if it's just their personality, they got the gossip, they got this, that's just them, or whatever, and they're fine being that. It's okay to still be friends with those people as long as you are not constantly consuming their dramas and traumas. Like if you, I mean, I don't that whole you know cut off people. I mean, if they didn't do me no harm, you know what I mean? Like I don't see that's necessary. It's not necessary to do that. But yeah, like, but what are you doing? Did you read your scriptures? If that's something you want to do, what are you doing that's good for you? What are you doing that's not good for you that you want to change? Because all of it we choose, you guys. We choose it, not our mamas, not our daddies, not the teachers, not the friend. We are the ones choosing it. We can only change what we choose. Okay? So what are you choosing, and what changes do you want to make to that? What did I do today, you guys? I didn't do much. Like I said, I wanted to keep my foot up because of my ankle. But the dinner was bomb. By the way, what do you? I know you guys are not having dinner just yet. So what are you guys eating? Feeding your bodies for breakfast. For dinner, we had pumpkin rice, which was bomb, and some stewed chicken. Hubby cooked mainly. I helped a little bit. But yeah, it was really good, and I was grateful for it because it was nice and healthy and really delicious, and it nourished my body. How about you guys? Did you nourish yourselves? Are you nourishing your mind, your soul, your spirit? What are you doing? Are you finding ways to make yourself laugh and make yourself feel joy? You guys, what you are not changing, you are choosing. And I have to remind myself that on a regular basis because your girl's starting to feel sluggish. I'm starting to feel sluggish, you guys, and I hate feeling sluggish. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And I know I've talked about this on here before. Your girl and her snacks at night and sweets and all the things at night. I'm starting to feel sluggish. So yes, I have been choosing that. Okay, I admit it. I have been choosing that, and I definitely need to choose healthier habits again and get back to feeling better about myself, which I don't feel bad, you know what I mean, but I don't like how I physically feel. um so yeah, you know what are you guys choosing? I definitely want to I definitely want to just choose to get back into my reading as well, which, lately, you guys, it's all been about crocheting. So I definitely want to, there's a lot of things I want to get done and I want to pursue and do. But if I'm not changing and making ways to get those things done, it's not going to get done. Who's going to do it for me? Who's going to do it for you? You know what I mean? You want to get that next position at your job, and you're sitting around waiting for the boss to notice you. Honey, look, they're not noticing. Okay, so you need to get your recommendations together, all the things, whatever you gotta do, and just apply for that position. Make them see you. Make them see you. Make them see you. They're just happy that somebody's there doing what they needs to get done. Okay, and when the time comes, they're just gonna close their eyes and choose somebody for that position. And sometimes, it's not fair because they choose people that, y'all, there was this one time, I told you guys before, I've worked many places. And this is one time, you guys, I used to work, I think I was like right, like fresh out of, was that fresh out of high school? Might have been. I was working at a bank, Citizens Bank in Boston, Massachusetts. Shout out to y'all. I was working at a bank, and the atmosphere was cool. The people there, I think it was like maybe three of us. It was, a great atmosphere, enjoyed it. But then they hired this other lady, she was a Hispanic lady. They hired her to be basically our boss. Yo, why was I teaching her? I don't understand. Why was I teaching her what to do and how to do it? Y'all. And it was like I was teaching from the basics. Okay. So why is she going to be the boss of us? And I'm teaching her the basics. When I tell you, and it's funny because, you guys know when you get around people that, you know, when you get around your own peoples, right? Because the people I was working with were Haitian, as I am. So you already know. We was talking all types of crap, like what is going on? We don't understand. And she's getting this wrong. She's getting that wrong. Like, what is going on? And I don't know why they hired her. I don't know if I don't know. Back then it's like, it's who you know. You know what I mean? It's still that now. It's still that now. But I could have said something, or I could have at least, because the person that was working with the other Haitian guy that was there as well. I think his name was. Did we call him Rock? I think we called him Rock. I don't know, some like a little short Haitian guy. he we felt like he should have been the one to get that type of position. You know what I mean? And it was just like 'cause I was new, but I was still the one teaching her. It was just craziness, you know. And I feel like there's a lot of circumstances, you guys, where we need to stand up for ourselves and we don't. We need to stand up for ourselves and we don't, because we feel like, okay, well, whatever, we want to, sometimes I feel like we just want the excuse to, to moan and about life and things like that. Because if you're not speaking up for yourself, why would anybody else do it? You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's choices, you guys. It's choices. If you are not making those choices and you are not changing, you're keeping the same choice you have. Like what you have is what you have. you know? So you guys, it is not. Hi, welcome to live. Say hello. It is not. Once you make a decision, you guys, once you make that decision and you tell yourself, you want to change something, you say it aloud or you say it in your mind and it resonates, it's all about the action. After that, it's just all about the action. It's all about the action. And that is how you make choices. Okay? Because as I said, what you're not changing, you're choosing. So if you are not intentionally, going after certain things in your life, whether it's, excuse me, better friendships or better situations with your households or better situations at job, whatever the case may be, if you are not changing those things that you want change, then you're choosing them, and that's just how it's going to be until you make the move. That's just how it's going to be. Or worse yet, you guys, you don't change. You choose what you got going on, and someone else makes that change for you. And now I know I said that only we can change and make the changes. But there are things in life where other people can make those changes for yourself. Like if you're at a job and you're not speaking up and you're not that the same boss who gave that same position to somebody else, knowing darn well you could have been the one doing it, they can come to you and be like, "Oh, you are not showing initiative. Okay, you're not showing initiative. You're not asserting yourself and blah 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 blah." That's what they want to see. Okay, granted, you're doing all the work, you have the skill, you're doing all the work, but yet you're not showing initiative. You are not putting yourself out there. That is where you need to change. Okay, it sucks hearing it from the boss, and I do feel like in certain circumstances, the boss just needs to tell you that and still give you the position. You know what I mean? But at least it'll give you, something to chew on. Like learn from that, okay, and continue to move forward and do the things that you know will benefit you. You guys, sometimes I hear a lot of people say, "Oh," it just kind of reminded me of my kids just now. "Oh, I'm bored," or "I'm boring," or "I'm this," or "I'm that." Like, what? Okay, if you're boring, if you're a boring person, then go have some fun. Go have some fun. Go make some friends and go have some fun. Okay, go some good old clean fun. You know, everything's all relative, you guys. Like, you don't have to feel like you are a certain way because other people, it may be in your same category or same age group, whatever, are doing certain things, and you feel like you're not that type of person, so that makes you boring or whatever. No, that's not the case. But if you actually feel like deep down inside you're a boring person, there's ways to change that. Go have some fun. Go get a hobby. Go make some friends that enjoy things that you enjoy. And you guys go ahead and be mediocre fun together. Go be fun together, you guys. Like seriously, Guys, what you are not changing, you are choosing. So if you are choosing to be dull, you're dull. I mean, if that's what you think you are, if you think you're dull, who am I to tell you no, you're mad fun? Like, mm-mm. If you think you're dull, find some new hobbies, learn some new skills, and go have some fun in life. Because this life is fleeting, and you're gonna miss out on some great joys if you're just sitting there sulking about things that you think, and you think that that's just who you are or whatever. Like, no, you can change who you are. I if YouTube has taught me nothing else, is that you can change in the blink of an eye. You can change in a blink of an eye and be whoever you want to be. Represent what you want to represent. That's just life, you guys. We all like reboots. Let's do a reboot, okay? That is basically it. Let's do a reboot. Let's change what we got going on. We don't like this anymore. This is going to be hard to change, but I'm going to change it regardless. I'm going to get the help that I need, to be able to change it. Whether it's a trainer at the gym, whether it's a hypnosis therapist for for smoking cigarettes, whatever the case may be, going to AA, Alcohol Anonymous, if I drink too much, anything, whatever you want to change in life, guys, there are resources. There are resources everywhere for you to be able to change. This is one YouTuber that I watch. Well, I don't really watch her, but I've been watching her lately. And I guess she just recently got a boob job, and she's a mom. She felt like she needed to do a little lifting and things like that, and yada yada. So she went and got herself a boob job, and now she's super duper, uh, confident, right? And she's letting folks know, like, you look. She's telling all her viewers and all her subscribers and all people that love her, like, give her some time to balance out her confidence because she's feeling herself, and that's amazing. And look, whatever you want to change about yourself, there is a resource, there is a way, and don't be ashamed if that's what you want to do. Look, if you want to do something, you guys, don't rely on the advice and the opinions of others that aren't professional in that field or whatever the case may be. If you want to, I don't care what it is. If you want to go write a book, don't take advice from somebody that has never even read one. If you want to get your boobs done for whatever reason, don't take advice from somebody who is all about basically like the natural type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? Not to say that's a bad thing, but that's not, they can't guide you. Go to the professionals, go to somebody who's been there, like talk to people who are in the same boat as the one you're trying to be in. Okay. That's how you go about trying to getting help to make change. If you need to change something and you need help with it, find those people. Okay. Do not be out here posted on social media, hey, this and that and the other. Can you guys help me? No. You better go find somebody who's been through it. Go, that could be in the social media too. Like find out on social media who's done it, and then talk to them directly or something. Like figure it out. But there's gonna be a lot of naysayers and haters out there, and people who don't want to see you succeed or glow up or blow up or whatever the case may be. So guard the things that you want to do with yourself and with your life. Okay, it's not for everybody's opinion and scrutiny all the time. Like, who cares? Who cares? You only gotta. That's pretty. Isn't that pretty? You only gotta deal with you at night in the bed, you guys, in your own mind. Okay. Are you happy with yourself? Are you okay with what you are doing with yourself, to yourself, for yourself? You know what I mean? And if not, change it. Make a choice. Make a choice. Choose to change it. Because when you choose to change it, by whatever means, once that change is made, you're so much happier for it. For the most part. Now, for the most part, there are some things, you guys, where people have done, and the change is not, But that's just the risk we take, right? That's just the risk we take. And maybe you can still change that change. Who knows? Um, but it's better than sitting there sulking about your life and your character and your the just your life in general, like the people you hang out with and the things you do. You don't, like there's a time, you guys, where I know, in school, during school times, there are a lot of bullies and, there are a lot of peer pressure and things like that. But when you get of a certain age, please, please do not fall into peer pressure. Okay. And I don't know why peer pressure seems like it's such a child thing. It really is not, because your peers is your peers is your peers. Like whoever's in your age group is your peers, right? So, right? Age group, or is it like relatively anything else, like career group, things like that, whatever. The point is, don't get like pushed into doing things that you don't want to do, or you listen to naysayers and don't do things that you really want to try. Like that's what life is for. It's for trying things, like figuring out what you like to do. Like it's not the time to be sitting up there asking Big Billy, Bob, Joe, and all them, like, what do you think about this? Can I do that? Should I do that? Da, 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 da. I'm thinking about doing this. And they have no idea. They have no clue. They never read a book, but you asking them about writing a book. They never, they don't drink wine, but you asking them about an idea for a winery. Like, come on. Like let's do better, you guys. Let's do better with ourselves. Okay? Because really and truly, when we talk to people that have no idea, we are setting ourselves up for failure. And or if we're not setting ourselves up for failure, we are running from failure, because you know darn well those people can't help you. You know darn well those people can't help you. So why are you bothering them? you know, why are you bothering them? Give them a little discount when you launch whatever it is you're trying to do, and then have them come up, trying things or whatever. But you know darn well that's like procrastination tea. Okay, asking people that have no clue. Oh, should I be doing this and the other? Why are you asking them? They have no idea. Procrastination. You're not changing. You're choosing to stay stagnant and right where you are, because those people are just gonna lure you back down to where you are now. You're gonna be staying right where you are now. Don't do that to yourself. Ask people questions like that know something, okay, about what you're talking about. Ask people that know what you're talking about. Don't be talking to people about, for what? For what? You guys, what you are not changing, you are choosing. My babies are on the way home. I'm so excited. You guys, I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. Start to your weekend. Unless you guys started yesterday. Some of you guys might have started yesterday. I hope the week went well for you. I hope you guys are choosing to be happy and you're choosing to flourish, choosing to be great, choosing to love yourself, choosing self-care and knowing your self-worth, choosing to not procrastinate. You guys, I need to choose to get rid of the sluggish feeling. I really do. We all have our moments though. We all have our times where we're like, oh my goodness, it takes like a pulling of teeth. That's another thing too, you guys. Like, make sure you guys doing your regular, checkups and stuff. Because there's some things, you guys. You can't change if you don't know what's going on, within yourself and your bodies and stuff like that. So choose to go to the doctors. You know what I mean? Like go to a clinic if you have to, get your little regular checkup. You know. Hope you guys are doing well, you guys. I hope that all the things are working out for you. It is May. Wow, we are already in May, you guys. We are in May. Mama's Day is coming up, I believe, right? But yeah, you guys, how has your week been? How has the weekend started off for you guys? Do you guys have any big plans? Are you choosing to keep your days off and doing something for yourself, or are you just going to continue and take, giving away your days off and dealing with everybody else's madness but your own? I've told you guys before, so nothing wrong with taking some, time and a half and all that, but definitely, get some rest in, you guys. Get some rest in. Our body thrives on rest. Okay? Get some rest in. You guys, as you are watching this, whether it's now or on the replay, make sure to thumbs up, you guys, like, comment. Make sure to subscribe as we are pushing for hitting the 1500 mark this month. And I definitely want to be able to name our team, our little group here as that happens. And it's continue to, push for our watch hours. Um, and let me know like how you guys are enjoying these multiple lives. Okay, let me know. I want to know because you guys have received what? This is third live this week. This is you guys' third live. Now you guys know you won't be seeing me tomorrow. I'll probably post something. Though. I'll probably either do a little post or maybe a shorts for you guys tomorrow. That's what I usually do on Sundays because I'm not really gonna do a long form or anything on Sundays. That's family to hang out and prepping for school and work the next day. Um, but yeah, let me know how you guys been loving these lives. And if I definitely do lives on Saturdays. But if you guys want to continue to see more lives throughout the week, let me know and I'll see what I can do about that. You guys know you guys got the got three lives only because the kids are away and I got to take over their room to do my lives. So, but I'm thinking I might start if you guys like the lives more than the regular for long forms. I might probably do like a Friday and Saturday situation for lives, but we'll see. But you guys have to let me know. You guys have to let me know, and I'll look at the analytics to see how it's vibing with you guys. But yeah, y'all, it's been a heck of a week. I had to choose to not be, you know, a little bit miserable, a little bit into myself. All the things that was happening. First my whole the situation with my ankle, my kids going away to school, a couple other things. You know what I mean? But I chose, and I missed my. I really wanted to go to this event today, but it's okay. I chose not to be unhappy. You know what I mean? That is a choice. You know, and I feel like that's one of the things I've changed from last year is I choose my emotions more carefully and wisely because I know like certain ones will get me very depressed and this week I could have easily sunk into being unhappy and being a little bit like off my game because my kids aren't here. Not all my kids are here, and and I fell and all the things, right? But I made a decision to be like, no, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna, rest my leg and crochet and just relax and just do my lives and yeah, talk to you guys and yeah, I made my decision and I stuck with it. So yeah, that's what you gotta do, you guys. Sometimes you just have to choose not to be mad, not to be sad, not to be, because there'll be plenty of other opportunities. There'll be plenty of other opportunities to be upset, to be sad, to be mad. You know what I mean? So as much as you can, choose just to be joyful. Choose just to be grateful and other things, the positive things. Just choose the positive things, you guys, because this could be plenty more opportunities to be upset about stuff. You know. So that's what's tea, you guys. That is what's tea. What you are not changing, you are choosing. And this week I definitely chose, and I feel like I changed that from last year, 2024. I'm choosing to be more happier than not, and figuring out how to go about that based on every circumstance and every situation. Figuring out what ways I can change, the negative things to positive things and just keep it pushing. Because no one's gonna make no one's making me happy. No one, I mean, people have the power to you know, add to my happy, you know what I mean, and fill my cup and things like that. But deep down, like we are the stewards of our own happiness and our own joy. So yeah, like your loved one, like your spouse or significant other, like they can definitely add and pour into you. Because if that man's not making me happy, like we got a problem. If he's not making me happy, we have a whole problem, you know. But sometimes you guys, it could be so bad that it's like you choosing to be mad. You know what I mean? You're choosing to be upset. You're choosing to be sad. So yeah, absolutely. Like the people I put in my life and I surround myself with, they don't aim to piss me off. They don't aim to make me feel down. You know, their aim is to fill my cup. And I in return. So if I'm feeling miserable, I have to find ways to get out of there, whether it's surrounding myself with those people, or being, by myself and finding a hobby and, and doing something that cheer me up or whatever the case may be. We can't always depend on other people to put a smile on our faces, Although I'm very blessed that I do have that. I have people that I know exactly who I can go to put a smile on my face, um, in any circumstance. So, why you look so wonky? But yeah, you guys. Okay. Okay. I I'm excited. The kids are coming home, and then tomorrow is Sunday, so it's definitely time to prepare for school again. And I told hubby, I was like, if it's raining pouring tomorrow, then they're not gonna be able to go to school on Monday because their school uniforms will not dry in time. So sometimes that's just what it's gonna be. Our dryer, we have a dryer, but it's broken or it's I don't know, something's going on with it. But yeah, I'm like they've had a 3 day vacation with school. They'll be fine. They can stay home on Monday if need be. But yeah, you guys, I hope that this resonates with one of you guys at least, and that you decide for yourself to choose to change certain things that will be more beneficial to you, whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be, choose to uplift yourself, choose to just do better for yourself because what you're not changing, you're choosing. Yeah, you guys, I've had to learn that. a few times. And that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes we learn lessons, you guys, and the lessons, just like in school, they go in one ear out the other sometimes, or they stay in our the forefront of our brain for that time being, and sometimes we have to really relearn those lessons. So if you're one that, you feel like, you know, I've learned this lesson before and and I have to go back to it. I'm like, it's okay. And this video will be here. This video will be here. I will title it this, what you choose, and all that stuff. I will title it. So if you need to come back and, get a refresher, you do so. You know, None of us are perfect, you guys. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Sometimes we have to learn lessons a few times before we, you know, really get it. It's like I've been saying for some time now, like I need to start doing something, some stretches and yada yada, because this and that and the other. I know, but now I'm starting to feel sluggish, so I really know. You know what I mean? So you guys, what we are not changing, we are choosing. Choose to be happy. Choose to be feel light. Choose to be a positive light in this world. Choose to do good. Choose to do things for yourself that uplift you and edify your spirit and your soul so that you are able to come onto this world and pour back into it the way you would like to. Okay? Um, period. Period, you guys. Let's do some. It is it's not always easy, you guys, to change. It's not always easy to change. It's never really easy to change. Change is difficult, but it's like growing. It's like growth. It hurts. It's painful. Working out is painful. Going to school and getting up early to go to school and learning this and learning that. It's not always easy. It's not always fun. But if there's something in this life, today, yesterday, a week ago, that you want to change for yourself, change it. Or else you're just choosing the same thing that you've been choosing. Okay? And it doesn't benefit you. And if it doesn't benefit you, it doesn't benefit anybody else around you because you're always going to be in your mind like, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Your emotions and your spirit is going to start spewing out, and people are going to feel it and know it and understand it. They might not understand it because they don't know. You know what I mean? You guys, choose to be happy. Choose to uplift yourself. Choose to do the thing that you've really been wanting to do for so long. Make time for it. Make time for it by making time for yourself. Y'all. Make time for it. Make time for yourself and get things done. Okay? I don't care what it is. If you want to lose weight, if you want to go back to school, if you want a new position at your job, let them see you. Let them know. Choose it, you guys. Choose it. Make the choice.
Look here. See? It's blood. Don't touch it, it's gonna hurt.
Okay, I'm coming.
Well, it doesn't,
Sit down and don't do anything else.
well, it doesn't be better
Okay.
when I wait too long.
Okay. Just go sit in the chair, y'all. I'm telling you, I never fails. Here's a little scratch. And the end of the world is happening right now. But yes, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. You guys, thumbs up the live. If you thank you for watching. Choose yourself. What you are not changing, you are choosing. Choose yourself. Choose happiness. Choose positivity. Choose the goodness. Choose healthy living. So you can live long. As long as it's allowed. You know, do the thing, you guys. Do the thing for yourself, for your loved ones. Be that example. You want to set an example, choose to change what you want to change. Choose to change the things that you need to change and choose happiness, choose joy, choose peace, choose calmness. Yes, thanks so much for watching and listening and all the things. If you're not on my IG at the Jamaitians, go on that right now and follow. Soon, at some point, you guys will be seeing all the projects I've been making on here with you guys. But yes, you guys, like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good things, and hit the notification bell so you guys can get all the uploads. Happy Saturday to you. If you haven't heard, happy May. If you're a new subscriber on here, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. And yes, guys, thanks so much for listening, and I will get back to you guys. Have a great weekend, and talk to you soon.